Welcome back, Duelists. Casual Duelist here, and I am messing with the camera too much. So, today's kind of an update. It was about a week ago. I asked you guys, hey, is Speed Duel dead? Now, when I asked that, I was doing a bad thing. I was kind of just doing like a little teaser thing because I had gotten my hands on a little bit of information across the internet. And it was basically that they were teasing that Speed Duel was in fact getting another box set like we did with the Battle City. And before I get to that, let's talk about the comment section just a little bit. You guys were split actually pretty evenly down the aisle. Some of you were like, yeah, Speed Duel's definitely dead because if GX comes out, that's it. There's the power creep and everything. And I mean, I gotta respect that. I really do. I get that some of these older decks won't hold up as well, but we don't even have a list of cards yet. And we don't know that the new cards won't be things like enemy controller and stuff that just beneficially hits every deck that we already have. And again, I really asked it because it had been so long since we had a release for Speed Duel. I was just genuinely concerned. Konami does have a bit of a history, and this is really what I was trying to address initially with the question. I don't know how many of you guys play cross games. I play a ton. I think I answered that in the 1K video. I play a ton of games. And so, I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Come and go in many forms. We had Dungeon Dice Monsters pretty early on, and that was amazing. I loved it. It was very hard to find product for. And consequently, over a couple of moves, I have lost all of my Dungeon Dice. For those of you who were into Hero Clicks, they had 2 or 3 sets of Hero Clicks for Yu-Gi-Oh! And again, you could play that cross game through any of the other properties that are part of that system. So if you're a big fan for Marvel and DC or Lord of the Rings or whatever have you, you can actually play your Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters alongside those in casual and funsy games and stuff. So you don't actually have to play just Yu-Gi-Oh! Hero Clicks. You guys can play any Hero Clicks, and it makes for a very enjoyable experience. And another thing I think was put out by the same group was Dice Masters. And again, I think it was just a single set this time. And it threw back to being able to play like a card game based on dice. So it felt like a cool updated version of Dungeon Dice, but you didn't really get figures or anything. So bought a bunch of that and played it up for a little while. It was very fun. But it's more of a board game thing, I think. Something to play with your friends on a weekend. But back to Speed Duel. I was afraid that some of these other things that Yu-Gi-Oh! Had done, like the booster series with the draft packs, what were they calling those? I think they were just calling them battle packs, honestly. It was great. It was a good series. I enjoyed it. There was a lot of fun to be had, and they only went about 3 sets and dropped it. Every time it seems like they have a good series of packs, like they did the Hidden Arsenals, I think that only went up to 4. And so they're really good at retiring great ideas, and I was afraid that, Speed Duel was going to go that way. Now, to answer the question about whether or not I think adding GX will kill it, I say no. I say anytime we have a chance to expand our card pool, we should be good and grateful for it. And the fact that it's been almost a year since our last release, and they're teasing us with another boxed set means that anybody who's playing this on a budget has a few months to start saving up some money in order to just get playset. All you got to do is buy three sets, 3 boxes, and you will have a playset of every additional card that's reloaded. And again, they might do what they did with the last one and make a couple of cards that are just fantastic there. And they may reprint a few. I know that like Blue Eyes Buster Blader, Dark Magician Red Eyes were among some of the cards that were reprinted. And a couple of the harder to get short printed out skill cards were packaged in with the Battle City as well. So that was really worthwhile. But what I really wanted to do was point out the timing. For everybody who is in love with the original version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys, we played that. It started for TCG in '02. And by the time we ended up in GX, that was, I want to say, the first set that was truly GX was the Lost Millennium, and that was the summer of '05. So that was about 3 years. And it's going to have been about 2.5, 3 years from our first set of Speed Duel to the GX Academy box. And I'm saying it like it's a thing, right? And that's because they actually just announced it. So we don't have an art or anything yet, but we do know on the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards site, it is available now. We can actually see this. This is something that's going to happen. And when it comes to the dates, you can see that my dates were just a little bit off. So I'm fine with that. And again, they're talking about a static pool, 200 cards, various strategies. I'm not sure if those 200 cards are going to include our skill cards or not. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I really want to make you guys some more of those fantasy decks, and maybe rebrand it as predictions. And I love the fact that they're doing this in a box set, because if we do get things like Flame Wingman and Rampart Blaster or something, this will be very, very cool. And we won't have to worry about something like Flame Wingman being overly pricey, which is one of my concerns I've voiced in my Fantasy Hero Speed Duel deck. So maybe that deck will actually be real. As far as characters that they're teasing, we do have Dr. Crowler, Aster Phoenix, and Jaden Yuki. So we have Heroes, Destiny Heroes, and Ancient Gears. So I'm gonna pop off with the Destiny and Ancient Gears real quick. I'm gonna do those over the next couple of weeks and see what I can't do. And obviously, I can't predict the skill cards. Maybe just the cards that will be in there. They are gonna do the secret rare variant packs, which is pretty cool. And they're going to keep the pricing right there at about $30. So if you guys were excited to see, a prediction about whether or not they were actually going to release it, well, I guess it's Facebook official now, kids. It's literally on the home site. So I say we all agree to disagree about whether or not it's going to kill it. Personally, I'd like to see another Monarch or maybe two come out. I think the only one they can legit give us right now would be Thestalos, though. He generates the least amount of advantage in this smaller card pool. And I do think that they will do a good job of keeping a lot of the meta-breaking cards out of the game. And I will be more than happy to prove that all of the older decks will still be able to hold their own against these. The only other thing I'm really excited for is, will we get a ban list? And if so, will it function like the Duel Links ban list, where you have a pool of cards that say 2, and all the cards that are on that list, you can have any combination of any 2 cards on there? Or are they going to do it more like the advanced and traditional limit ban lists for the Master game? So I want to hear your thoughts on this down in that comment section below. And again, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope that you guys have a great day. See you guys later.